of Shadows and New Worlds by me, Magnetar. We were not supposed to know. It was not our world to create or destroy or discover. We are not even supposed to be here. Earth, 2057. The secrets of the world has been exposed, and we are back at it again. Or maybe not again. We are only following our default settings, but we were not supposed to know. You see, man is an animal of a different kind. Think of the most malevolent animal with sadistic intent. That is what sets us apart from the others they made. Yes, it was engineered from the very beginning. Everything. Why is it so hard to be good? Why is it so hard to do the right thing? Greed, selfishness, the love of chaos. I had been particularly drawn to the studies of the psychopath's mind done more than 30 years ago. In this study, it showed that psychopaths have reduced connections between the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for sentiments such as empathy and guilt, and the amygdala, which mediates fear and anxiety. And no, it's not by chance. It was by design. We were made with varying degrees of flaws that we cannot run away from, no matter how hard we try. At the window, I stare out at the city, a city that would soon be lost in the dusty cupboards of history. It was breathing its last, with flying cars and dazzling lights. If half the inhabitants of the city knew what was about to befall them, there would have been chaos in the street. Chaos, I think, as my mind plays around with the word. Then it takes hold of my mind, caressing it, touching it tenderly before suddenly gripping it hard. I wince, my face squeezing with the pain. Then my smile slowly spreads across my face. We were not supposed to know, and now I see why. But it is already too late. Earth does not belong to man. It belongs to some people greater. People who had the technology to set up the Great Pyramids. People who set up the Stonehenge. Yes, they are the owners of the world, and we have no business being here in the first place. Historic signs have been craftily turned into something else. They've revealed a part of the truth about the world, but left the knowledge out about themselves. Is it any wonder, then, that life is meaningless? They made us. We were made for their desire, their experiments, and we were made to resemble the worst of them. And I have proof of this. And sadly, I will share it with a new world. Not the one wherein I was born. Still smiling, I walk away from the window and head towards my lab downstairs. I have a strong room built into the ground of this place, made with materials humans would not believe can exist, but they know so little. Sometimes I pity my kind. They are unable to see, to feel, to become. At the end of the stairs, I find a shadow waiting for me. My heart skips a beat before my breathing returns to normal. What are you doing here? I ask in Godelin, a language of the old that I had undertaken the burden of learning. You know, was the reply. Well, you will fail, I say. The shadow downstairs is at once the image of a man, and as transparent as water. Normally, I would not have been able to see him, and that is how they've been moving about in our midst, unknown, unseen, and undetected. But I have risen above man. I am your god. I made you, the shadow said. I chuckle. You did. You always got everything right. Almost. There was only one thing that you forgot. I pause to let the words sink into his head. Evolution. Quickly, I wave my hands, and he finds himself trapped within a shadow of a net. "What?" he screams. I chuckle again. "What is this?" His voice is higher-pitched, panicky. It is almost like watching a human afraid for his life. They poured a lot of themselves into us, their fears, their foolishness. We were made with the vilest of their traits, for fear that we would overthrow them with the best of their traits, for fear we would win them over with being honest and courageous and brave. Little did they count on the vileness becoming something even more bitter. "What is this madness?" he screams. A box opens within the wall at my command, and I wave him into it, doing all of this with my mind. There were many voices screaming out for help from within the walls. Some are threats, others are pleas, but they all fall on deaf ears. I'm not about letting them out. They want to destroy the human civilization as we know it, having decided that their experiment has come to an end. So they have been slowly pushing the sun closer to Earth in a bid to fry us all alive without revealing themselves. Well, they thought wrong, and the Earth would be their graveyard. When I get down to my lab, there are more of these cages with shadows within them, trapped, screaming and squabbling in Godolin. They try to reach for me, but are constrained by the cage. They try to increase their size, but the cage presses them back down. They try to change their state, but liquid, solid, gaseous, they cannot escape. I smile at my creation. I designed the cages. I am a rebel, a man that has set out to capture his gods and belittle them. The more they come to stop me, the more I trap them all. I am the robot in their world, a robot that they gave too much without teaching him how to utilize it. I estimate that I'm currently working at only 55% of my capabilities now, as I continue to unlock the power that are within our cells. I will soon decide that these gods are of no use. I will destroy them, and humanity will be safe. Yes, I will be humanity, and I will share it with no one because I will be the only God. And as one, I have to make my own creations. Humanity will be safe in me, exalted above all else. Let the new world begin.